when you asked about my experience with this COVID thing, I actually experienced it in October of last year when I was in Paris. That means I personally experienced it. I had it. So I got a taste of it before it got over here to the U.S. I probably brought it back from over there with me in the U.S. I had no idea what it was. You know what I mean? I just told, friends and family, I never felt nothing like this before when it was on me. So, I experienced it that way. But at the end of the day, I believe the 3 cycles of life. Or you're in a storm, you just got out of a storm, or you're on your way to a storm. So with me having that in mind, I just figure out how to adjust to the situations at hand because, hey, ain't much we can do about it until this vaccine come and rescue us all. We just have to try to stay out the way. All of my life, I've been able to, if I get a little cold or something, take an Alka-Seltzer Plus and knock it right out. So I took like 4 of them and wasn't no change taking place. And I was like, man, what in the heck is this? And I'm monitoring my body, right? I'm monitoring my breathing and I'm noticing something going on, but I don't really know about this COVID thing at the time. So I'm taking like deep breaths. I'm like, damn, I'm breathing. So the night before I went back to the US, I decided not to go to sleep at all because I felt like an attack on my body. I'm like, man, I'm not going to sleep. And I asked my friend, I say, if I get on this plane and I need an emergency stopping on plane, do they stop? Will they stop for you? Because I was so confused with what was going on until I was hesitant about getting on the plane coming home. Yeah, I was hesitant about getting on the plane coming home, but, eventually I did. And, I made it back to the U.S. and started feeling better. I stayed in the house, I think, for another 3 more days, and I just bounced back. Excited to see boxing resume, you know what I mean? Because one of our big shows with Shakur Stevenson had gotten cancer, and, they had to figure it out. They had to figure out the whole bubble situation to resume fights. And I was glad to see that because, I have a lot of fighters on my under my umbrella. And, hey, I'm glad to see that. I'm glad to see a lot of things taking place. But, at the end of the day, we have to, protect our lives, man, and put, that like top priority, even where money is concerned. So, I'm sure everybody is making adjustments the best way they can to survive. I mean, some of the things they just have to stay out the way. They have to change their lifestyle. You know what I mean? Just like everybody have to wash their hands. A lot of things have to take place even at the gym. I own a gym. We giving tests before you come in the door. We're trying to protect them until they get to the bubble, because when you get to the bubble, you're tested. And there's so many fighters are failing the test and you have to cancel their shows. And they're so strict until if the manager or any team member of the fighter come in there and be test positive, then everybody, you know what I mean? The whole card is unplugged. So it's just important to try and stay out the way, man, and put much protection on yourself as possible to even be able to fight. Yeah, one of my biggest mentors was my mother. You know what I mean? My mother, was my hero, my mentor. But, I do have OGs, you know what I mean? OGs that I look up to, and I'm trying to do all I can to get one of them out of prison right now. That's Larry Hoover. Geronimo Pratt was an OG of mine, you know what I mean? So I have those guys, and I respect all entrepreneurs, movement. So when I be calling all of them all night, because anybody that figure out how to try and turn nothing into something and, avoid all the obstacles and booby traps that's, in the hood or in this world and become successful, hey, I salute all of them. Yeah, oh, it was a special day. It's always a beautiful day to get recognition of, anything. And, that's a day that I'm thankful for. But I think the most important part of that day is how I chose to spend it every year. And, me, family, and friends, we get together, we feed the homeless, we clothe the homeless. That whole day has become a day of serving, you know what I mean, versus being served. So that's what it's really about. Like you say, give you your flowers and roses while you're alive. I receive all of that, man. But it's not something I look for. I just enjoy giving to my people and loving on my people, man.